I used to live in a small studio apartment in Cascade Springs, Oregon, after finishing college. It wasn't fancy, just one room on the top floor of a 3-story brick building. I picked it because rent was cheap, and it was close to my bartending job downtown. As a 23-year-old fresh out of debt and with no savings, I didn't have the luxury of being picky. The apartment was clean, functional, and most importantly mine. The only window faced a narrow alley. On the opposite side stood another apartment building, nearly identical to mine. The alley was so tight that only a compact car could squeeze through, and it barely received sunlight during the day. At night, the alley turned into pitch-black gloom. That never bothered me muchy. Was working late nights as a bartender at the Maple Lounge. Most nights I got home around 2 a.m., made a quick meal, then zoned out on my phone before falling asleep. About a month into living there, I noticed something strange. I walked in, kicked off my sneakers, and flipped on the overhead light. That's when I saw it a flicker in the opposite window. A curtain twitched just a fraction. I froze, then nothing. The window was silent and dark. I shrugged it off. Maybe I startled someone or it was just a breeze. The next night, the same thing happened. As soon as I turned the lights on, I saw the curtain shift. This time I was sure. A hand pulled the curtain back slightly before letting it fall. It's no light, no face, just a sliver of movement in a black void. It unsettled me more because I had never once seen the lights on in that apartment across the alley. I always assumed it was vacant. That night, sleep escaped me. I kept thinking about the window and the hand. Over the next few nights, I watched more closely. Without fail, the curtain moved within seconds of me switching on a light. It became predictable. A slow curtain parting, a dark glimpse beyond, then it closed again. I began testing it. Leave the lights off and sit quietly. Nothing happened. Turn on, even the dim couch lamp curtain moved. I realized someone was watching me. I questioned my landlord, Mr. Alvarez, about that unit. He insisted it had been vacant for months. I asked if someone might have moved in recently. He shook his head, joking I was being paranoid. I thought about calling the police, but what could I prove? No crime, no evidence, just an escalating dread. Then, one night, everything changed. I got home around 4 a.m. After a private event at the lounge ran late. I slipped inside and something caught my eye in the doorframe. At first I thought it was junk mail until I grabbed it. A crumpled note that read, "Hey." My knees trembled. I rushed to the window across the alley. Curtains drawn, still no movement. I called my friend Zoe, panicking. She lived across town and told me to come over immediately. I grabbed a backpack, threw in essentials, and bolted. The next morning I confronted Mr. Alvarez again, demanding to see the vacant unit. Reluctantly, he led me there with the key. The apartment was dusty and empty, bare walls, creaky floorboards. Then I saw it. In the back room, directly facing my window, a single metal folding chair, exactly angled toward my view. I called the police. They searched the apartment. I'm sure they took fingerprints, but the case went nowhere. The horror came from knowing I was right. Someone really had been watching me. The thought of how long that went on sickened me. I moved out that same week. I still don't know who it was, how they got in, or how long they'd been watching. If I hadn't found that note, I might still be there. Sometimes when I wake up in the dark, I feel someone watching from an unseen window.